Yep. Gonna talk about this a little more. What's happening, film friends? David the Film Junkie here. All right, let's talk more about this Matt Vaughn quote. It's funny, but yeah, I mean, I posted that video earlier when I was at work because you know when there was a previous quotes or when there when Matt Vaughn previously confirmed that he's had talks with Warner Brothers about Superman. You know, everybody started going like, oh, fuck that, I don't want Matt Vaughn. So I went, okay, what is everybody's beef with Matt Vaughn? Because honestly, I was like, I thought that was an okay idea. But then, you know, I forgot about the previous quotes that he made like 6 years ago and then 10 years ago and everything. And then, you know, people were sending me that. There was just a lot of discussion. And then it went way off the rails where it said, you know, he's sexist. And then there was even racist talks. And that's when it just went way off the rails. But the main concern was the fact of that he wanted a more colorful Superman, more traditional Superman. He didn't really like the dark tone of everything. Some people are being over dramatic about that too. But then now we have this new quote, and it's kind of funny too because we don't even know if this is recent. We really don't know if it's recent. This is just a guy that is talking about his new movie that's coming out this week, and these goddamn interviewers keep on asking him about Superman. Stop! That's the problem here. But anyways, this is what he had to say to Collider recently. He said, weirdly, if I did do Superman, see, he didn't even say anything about, oh yeah, I'm in talks. And I made the mistake of telling someone yesterday I have spoken about it, and then, wallop, you know, that's just, exactly. He made the mistake of doing that, so now everybody went crazy. I think my main take would be, it's really boring to make a Superman film. I just don't feel a proper Superman. I think Donner did it to perfection for that time. Just doing the modern... I want to do it. See, there's like dashes. I get so confused with this quote right here, but it says, I want to do a modern version of the Donner version. Yeah, that does sound pretty boring there, Matthew. And I can't put my finger on it, but I believe that's already done. That was already done by another comic book director. I can't remember how. Yeah, it didn't really work that time there, Vaughn. Go back to the source material. For me, Superman is color, feel good, heroic. He is a beacon of light in darkness. I believe that line was uttered in a recent CBM. I can't put my finger on that one either. And that's what I think Superman should be. Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit. Okay, first off, the whole Donner thing, modern day Donner. No, it's been done. It's been done. You don't need to do that. And it's kind of funny, too, because a lot of people are going like, oh, yeah, these DCU people, it's because he's saying something against Snyder. He wants to do something that Snyder doesn't want to do. I'm like, no, he wants to do the same thing that's already been done. Snyder did something completely different. That's why we all dug it. That's why there's like a huge... And if you actually look at the fan reception to critic reception when Superman Returns, it's flip-flopped when it comes to Man of Steel. The critics really didn't like Man of Steel, but the public did. That just showed you that the public was ready for a different Superman. Now, when it comes to the Donner thing and, you know, everybody, like, you know, it being brighter and it being more of a traditional Superman, there's really nothing wrong with that. When people are, like, going like, oh, my God, there's nothing wrong with, like, referencing Donner because that's exactly what Patty Jenkins did. I know some people were going like, oh, yeah, you know, the people that were, like, on this side of the argument saying, like, well, you know, Patty Jenkins basically was saying, like, she kept on mentioning Donner. No, she was just saying there's inspiration. And yeah, she paid homage to, you know, with the whole bullet stopping thing and everything. She did pay homage to the Donner Superman. But I'm just saying, all I'm trying to say is, like, you know, a brighter Superman, that's not the problem. That's not the gripe here. It's the fact of the matter is that he just wants to do a modern day Donner Superman, which has already been done, and then he kind of digs at Zack Snyder with the go back to source material. I'm sorry there, Matthew, but the source material is not the Donner Superman. He doesn't read the comic books. This just shows you right here, okay? He's doing what other people are doing. He's doing what other people are griping about. They think the source material is the Christopher Reeve Superman. That's what he is stating right here. And I think he's even admitted that he's more of a comic book movie watcher and not a comic book reader. I think somebody passed that around too. I saw on my feed. But that was like a dig right there to Zack Snyder, and that's what I felt was like, oh, that's a dick move right there. That's a dick, you know, because you know what he's saying right there. You know exactly what he's saying. I'll be devil's advocate, and when he's talking about Donner, yeah, if there's inspiration from the Donner Superman, that's fine because those Superman 1 and 2 were great films, absolutely great films, and if he wants to find some inspiration for that. I mean, first off, he's probably not going to get the job, but if there was wanting to be some inspiration for that for Man of Steel 2, I'm totally okay with that. No red chonies, though, and no rescuing kittens from trees. None of that. But I do not agree with him when he talks about going back to source material because he's not referring to the actual books. The line about a beacon of light in darkness, I mean, that was mentioned in Batman vs. Superman, and it's just... and we just need to relax. We really need to relax because we don't know if this was recent talks. He even said he made the mistake of saying that he has spoken to Warner Brothers and it just took off. And now we got this going on and we got these interviews that keep on asking about when he's trying to promote Kingsman. He's not even attached. There's no like final talks or anything like that. And by the way, guys, you guys really need to relax as well because I had so many tweets that said like, see, Dave, we told you about Vaughn. Yes, thank you. To me, I was looking at all sides. This is what I try to do. I try to look at all sides. I looked at him as a complete filmmaker, and that's why I opened the discussion. I'm like, why? What is everybody's gripe with Matthew Vaughn? And that's why I had open discussions. See, I was open to it just because I've liked his movies, and the X-Men movies, were great, and even, Kick-Ass and the Kingsman. And I was like, yeah, that could be all right. And that's why I had an open discussion. I was kind of just being like, partial, going, yeah, he's a great filmmaker. He might be able to do something here, but I wanted to hear your guys' stuff too. And then, when this stuff comes out, you guys are just like, yeah, see? You do that human thing that is not really a good quality. We all do it though. I've done it, so whatever. But goddamn, guys, relax. I get it. Jeez. When he made those comments like 10 years ago, maybe we thought like it changed. Not to mention that if he were to get the job, some of that stuff wouldn't fly. I mean, I don't think they're not going to like put the red undies back on. He's going to be all like, yeah, flying's still the safest way to travel, kids. It's not going to be like that. This is a new Superman. They're going to keep it. I mean, when he comes back, yeah, it's going to be more of a traditional Superman, but it's not going to be, I don't know. I'm rambling on, guys. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. I just wanted to touch bases with that a little more, but like I said, there's nothing wrong with finding inspiration from the Donner Superman. There's nothing wrong with that. There could be elements of that in there, but not like the cheesy stuff and everything. There's nothing wrong with that, and not just doing a modern version because we already had that with Bryan Singer's Superman Returns, and it just really didn't work all that well. When it comes to the source material line, that's dickish right there, totally dickish. And he's talking about the Donner Superman. He's not talking about the actual books. So that's where I go, no, stop it. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts about it down below. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the other channel too. Follow me on the social media stuff that is above my head. Relax. Let's just relax. He's not going to get the job. He's not going to get it. I guarantee it, guys. He's not going to get it. So we need to just end this discussion now. I'll talk to you later.